Hi Royals, I'm Aquinas. You made it here and that makes you royalty. I'm so glad you clicked on my video. Let me give an apology to anybody who had a hard time hearing me on my previous video that I uploaded recently, which I was really excited about. The video that I shared all of my acquisitions from a recent trip to the San Diego Disney Store outlet. So I'm going to try to make sure that I'm closer to the mic and that I project my voice because, you know, I could imagine it's hard to watch a video when you can't really hear everything that's being said, unless you're just there to just see the stuff. But anyway, in either case, I'm glad you're here for another unboxing that I am very, very excited about. We got magic in the mail because this particular item is currently sold out. When it first was announced that it was going to be released, it was just before I was getting ready to go on my spring break trip with my family. And I was really looking forward to the release because it represents a Disney character or Disney film that I think is very important, that I personally don't think that we get enough merchandise from. This is a film from my childhood that has some representation in there that I think is really, really, just wonderful and just great. I remember going to Disney World and going to Epcot when the characters and there were some areas set up at Epcot specifically for this film because it was the newest film that had been released at the time. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get this bad boy open. It looks like a traditional box. It doesn't have like the perforations and stuff like some of the other, in my opinion, odd boxes do. So that's good. I wanted to get the item right away, but as I was saying, I knew I was going on spring break trip and I wanted to make sure that we had, spending money and things like that. So I decided I would hold off, and it didn't sell out day of, so I thought maybe I would be safe. But within that first week, if I'm not mistaken, it did sell out. So when I got back from my trip, I noticed it was out of stock. And I was bummed about it. Third-party sellers were charging quadruple the listed price, which is so unfair in my opinion. But I just kept on, I just had this voice was telling me, just keep checking the site, just keep checking the site. There wasn't like an area for you to like get an email if it was going to be restocked. I just kept checking the site, and one night I checked it. Ooh, look how pretty. And there she was, and it said low stock, and I hurried up and added to cart. This is Pocahontas, and I have the tote. They released a tote as well as a wallet. It was a Disney Store exclusive. So another thing I tried to do before I realized it was a Disney Store exclusive, I reached out to a personal shopper and asked if they might be able to check and see if it was available at Disneyland Resort anywhere, and they didn't see it. And then when I happened to look again at the listing, it said Disney Store exclusive. So I was like, oh man, so it's not going to be available in the parks, is my understanding. But here she is. Look at these beautiful colors. The coloring online, I do not believe does it the best justice. So there is Pocahontas sitting there with Grandmother Willow looking on at her, and Miko braiding her hair. We got the wind leaves and the willow leaves from Grandmother Willow's tree. My grandmother had a willow tree outside her front. Well, it was across the street from her house, but we would look out her picture window, and I used to love looking at that willow tree. And then more of those beautiful willow leaves falling on the bag. Just a gorgeous bag. Oh, and then the edging on the straps is a blue, so that's nice. I do have some bags in this style. This looks to be similar to maybe my Disney Wish bag with Asha on it, and also my Donald and Daisy Donald Loves Daisy Valentine's bag I got a couple years back. So this is what I would consider this to be like a smaller tote. It retails for $268, and that's what I paid for it. And I'm very thankful considering that I've been seeing people really price gouge for this. Okay, so here's the inside. There's a lot of stuffing in here, but I'll let you take a look. It's like a dark blue inner lining, slip pocket, the zipper pocket over here. That's the zipper pocket. That's the slip pocket. And then on the other side, we have two slip pockets, like a medium one and a large one. And as usual with Dooney and Bourke, they have the key fob where you can attach this to your keys or whatever you want to attach it to, so it's just not jangling around in your bag. And here's the feet on the bottom. My favorite color is turquoise. Just this morning, my son was asking me, Mom, what's your favorite color? So definitely got some of the teals and turquoises that I love in this bag. So I'm very happy. I'm grateful that I was able to get this. I missed out on a lot of the other bags, like the Jasmine that released in, I think, 2019 when the live action came out. Jasmine is my favorite princess. I've been looking for her. She's like my holy grail, but she's hard to find. And then when I do see her, she's like over $1,000. So I don't have that one, but I do have Princess Tiana in Dooney and Bourke. Like I said, I have Asha, and now I can add Pocahontas to my beautiful, colorful women collection, princess collection of Dooney and Bourke. So anyway, that's what I have to share with you today. I hope you continue to have a wonderful day, and like and subscribe, please. And until I see you next time, stay royal.